Emily Mass said, how do you fold fitted sheets like that? I mean, just how? You are a homemaking queen. So I want all of you to feel like a homemaking queen. If you don't know how to fold a fitted sheet, hopefully this video will help you. Hello everyone and welcome back. Today is a much better day than it was yesterday for me. I was pretty tired yesterday, and you could probably tell just from the way I was speaking and everything. And then also, hopefully my camera issues are fixed. What I've been trying to do, I started this whole thing over the weekend. I started mapping out how I would like to present information to all of you. And especially because I started getting a lot of questions, that I started categorizing them so that maybe on different days of the week I can cover different sections. And today's section is like decor. I think it's decor and organization or something like that. I don't think I have a specific day where I'm covering decor, but it could be one or the other or both. So the first part that I wanted to talk about was the organization of your sheets. Now, when you're going to organize your sheets, you really want to be able to fold them well, right? This is something that, of all the things that my Grammy can do well, I was able to figure out how to fold a fitted sheet better than she could. She would just, like fold it over and then just roll it up at the end because it just frustrated her. She never got that down. And so when I showed her the last time, that we were doing her sheets, this was maybe 2 years ago, she goes, when she saw me do it, she goes, like she would roll her eyes. Anytime that you could do something or figure something out and she couldn't, she would roll her eyes. So of course there's no approval there, just it's her funny way of, throwing in the towel and saying that you figured it out or you could do something better. And those are just some of the things that I really enjoy about her. Even though it's not like the nicest thing, it's just one of those things that I end up laughing about. And she has such a great personality, and just so funny in her own way. And so I feel pretty good about sharing with you how I fold a fitted sheet. Emily Mass said, how do you fold fitted sheets like that? I mean, just how? You are a homemaking queen. So I want all of you to feel like a homemaking queen. If you don't know how to fold a fitted sheet, hopefully this video will help you. Now I will say this, that I think I had a harder time folding a fitted sheet when I had sheets that were weird on the ends. But now they make fitted sheets so well, and they even have top, bottom, sides, sewn into the side of some of these fitted sheets that you will find. So I realized that several that I purchased from Target had that sewn into the bottom part of the fitted sheet, and that made it really easy just to figure out which way it goes on the bed. But this also works out well when you're just trying to figure out, which part to put your hands in and to start with. So, or I should say which side to put your left and right hand in. So that's what I do. I find the top or the bottom, which, it's same either or, and then you match that with the top and the bottom of the other side. So that way you are folding it in such a way that it's, you know, the longest part you're folding in half. And then you fix it up on the top where your hands are, and you just kind of smooth it out. You want it to have that nice rectangular shape. You fold in basically you're folding down the top, you're folding in the sides, and you're making sure that the bottom is nice and straight with a nice crease. And then you fold down where the fitted part is folded over. You fold that down halfway, and then you bring up the bottom part. And that is what gives you that nice rectangular shape. Make sure you straighten out the ends a bit, and then you start on one side and you just keep folding it over. I think I fold mine 4 times, and then it makes a very nice rectangle. And so basically it will fit right below the top sheet. And that's just the way that I like to do it. And then I put it away in my linen cabinet that I have inside of my bedroom. So I like to have 2 pairs of sheets. And that way when I'm going to be washing my sheets on a Monday, I am able just to right away put on a new set of sheets instead of having my bed unmade all day long, waiting for those sheets to be cleaned. Now, in the past, I have done it that way where, you know, I just have 1 pair of sheets because I wanted to be minimalistic. And then I realized that I wouldn't always get back to the bedroom of putting that on. And then, you know, the worst thing is trying to make your bed right before you're going to bed because you're exhausted. So that's one of the things that I like to make sure to have are at least 2 pairs. Now, the pair that I love the most came from HomeGoods. And I think it only cost me $49.99 for the set. And then I also had some points or something, and I just got it on a very deep discount. And they just feel so lightweight, and I just love them. And they don't get overly wrinkly, and I don't know how to describe them. I don't even know the brand that they are, but some of the best sheets I have found have been from HomeGoods. And sometimes you have to hunt through some of these things. So anyway, hopefully that is helpful for you. I really hope that if you did not know how to fold a fitted sheet, that demonstration was helpful for you. So let's move on to the next most asked question that I have received since sharing with you about decanting my face creams. So I got this question from, I will try to say everybody who asked this question. The first one comes from S. Honeywell. She said, I love that you decant your face cream. Does the glass jar have a rubber stopper? If not, do you have any issues with your cream and air causing dry out, etc.? So this was a great question. This also came from Rebecca, Marin Latham, and Grace in the Little Things. And then I think Julie C asked this as well. So the answer to that question is yes. In my night cream, I have found that it feels a lot thicker. Now, I also don't try to just leave the lid off of it, because the way that I looked at it is when I unscrew my face cream anyway, it's exposed. And so I thought, you know, well, it can't be too bad if I have it in a jar. But it is with the night cream that I find that it's a little bit more stiff. It still works. And I also find that all of my creams work out better when I put on that rose oil. And so it just smooths over my skin so much better to put on the oil first. And now the way that I make sure not to have it dry out as much is I try to keep it really close together. I don't spread the cream out, if that makes sense. It's still fine. I've just noticed that if I don't put on that oil first, that I have a harder time smoothing it on. But this is firming cream, so it's always been a little bit more dense and just a little bit harder to smooth over my face than the other kind does. But now I also have this jar right here. So I think if you are going to go with a jar, definitely finding one that, like she said, has a rubber stopper makes a difference. So this was actually a candle jar, and I got this from, I think my sister gave this to me, and it was from just one of the spas, the local spas that I go to. So Jorge was able to get out that little bottom part. That was really hard for me to figure out, where the wick is glued in there, but he was able to get it out. And then this has a little rubber around the edge of it. So this is a lot more, this is airtight, I would say. And I think that it would be better, and the fact that it's a smaller jar would be a lot better for that cream, because less of it would be exposed to the air when you do lift it off. So I'm thinking that with this jar right here, because it really does have a good seal, I would say, on it. I don't feel like it's exposed all the time to, you know, the outside air, I guess, but it's because it's distributed out so much that I think is why it kind of hardens a little bit. And I don't even want to say hardens, you know, it feels differently. So if any of you have ever done that and maybe left your face cream exposed to the air for a long period of time, I think it does kind of change the makeup of it. And so finding something, if you are going for to decant your items, finding something that's probably smaller and that does have that kind of seal around it would make a difference. So once I'm done with this, then I'm going to put it in this jar, which this one has, my daughter's made me some blush out of rose petals, and it's really pink, but when you put it on your face, it's very light. So that was really fun for them to do though, and it's kind of neat when you can make your own makeup, right? So anyway, that's really it when it comes to the organization today. And if you have trouble folding a fitted sheet, I would love to hear in the comments below, and if this was helpful for you. So let's get into a little thing that made my day today. I actually just wanted to share with you how when I am going through my roses, the day before I go and get some fresh roses, I like to kind of downsize the ones that I have and take off the petals of the ones that are starting to droop. And then I feel that by cutting the ones that I have at the bottom and then switching out the water, then it just extends them a little bit longer, and I get to enjoy the confetti of flowers. Ooh, I need to put this down. And then I get to enjoy the confetti of rose petals right by the flowers again, because I don't do that every day where I just, you know, sprinkle some rose petals around, but occasionally I will do that throughout the week and collect the ones that dried. Anyway, I hope that this was helpful for you. This is going to be, I think, my organization day, or if you have questions about anything when it comes to organizing, I will cover it on this day. So if your question has yet to be answered, just know that I have this whole book of questions that I wrote down, the ones that I think will be really wonderful to share, and just, you know, my thoughts on it. And then of course I want to hear your feedback on it or what you do. This is just that community where we all share our thoughts, and hopefully if something that I do isn't, you know, appealing to you, that maybe something somebody else shares about what they do would be. Just like the trash can thing yesterday. You know, everybody has a different way of dealing with such issues, and so it was really interesting to hear what other people do. And then as far as the cleaning schedule went, I did mention the FLYLADY system, and I want you to know, if you're new to my channel, I have a whole FLYLADY system that I went through, and I actually collaborated with FLYLADY Cat. I don't know if you're familiar with her, but I am going to link her channel in my description box below, because she has a wonderful channel if you are struggling in this area of trying to figure out a wonderful schedule that you could follow. She is great. She does daily videos. She also has a Patreon channel, which I am a patron of, and she's also one of my patrons. And you know, her voice is calming to me. I would just encourage you to go and seek out her channel if you struggle with finding a solution to whatever issues you have, especially if you work away from home and you need something to just follow. The FLYLADY system, I think, is great for anybody who is struggling in that area, and it kind of gets you on track and gives you something to follow. But then there are those of us who like to go off of schedule sometimes, or like to do our own thing. But anyway, yes, I do have beautiful visuals for the FLYLADY system, and I did absolutely no speaking in my videos, and then she did all of the speaking. So for those of you who are more auditory, you like to, you know, just hear from somebody about what you need to be doing every day, yes, please follow her channel. And you know, in different seasons of your life, different things will work out better for you. So that's what I hope you can gain from coming over here and just seeing a little bit of inspiration. I'm not a how to X, Y, and Z kind of person in all things. I like to, for me, I know what works best is just to get a little bit of inspiration, and then I try to run with that. So some of you I know are that way as well, and that's why a lot of my videos may have been helpful for you, is because you saw something that you liked and then you did your own thing with that. And so that's what I try to encourage over here on my channel. It's not always a step-by-step process. So at least I hope today's video was, if you really struggle with the fitted sheet issue. But anyway, I'm going to let you go here, and I have so many things left to do today, but I really felt that I was on top of a lot of the things that I needed to get done today. And you know, when you have those days, it's like you don't want to stop. You just want to keep going with all the energy that you have. So thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions regarding organization, beauty, self-care, cleaning, anything like that, please leave them in the comments below, and your comment could be chosen for a video where I feature that subject. With that being said, I look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow, and until then, take care, and we will talk then. Bye everyone.